The morning sun rose over the green hills as Ta Kim walked through his rice fields. His boots made soft sounds in the mud. His dog Mong ran ahead, chasing birds that flew up from the crops. Another good day, Ta said to himself, looking at the sky. At 45, his face was tanned from years working under the sun. His hands were rough and strong from farming. Ta's farm sat in a small valley, away from the big city. His family had worked this land for many years. His father had taught him how to farm, and his father before him. While most farms now used big machines and computers, Ta liked the old ways. Technology breaks, he often told visitors. The land does not. He did own one piece of new technology, a small drone he used to check his fields. It was flying now, its little camera showing pictures on Ta's wrist screen. The rice was growing well this season. As Ta walked back to his house, he remembered his years in the army. He had been good at it, very good. His captain had wanted him to stay and become an officer. You think 3 steps ahead of everyone else, the captain had said. You see patterns others miss. But when Ta's father got sick, he left the army and came home to take care of the farm. That was 15 years ago. Now the farm was his, and he was happy with his quiet life. After dinner, Ta sat on his porch. Mong lay at his feet, sleeping. The night was clear and full of stars. Ta knew all the stars above his farm. He had watched them his whole life. Then he saw something strange, a light moving in a way stars don't move. It wasn't a plane. It wasn't a satellite. It moved in straight lines, then stopped suddenly, then moved again. What is that? He whispered. The next morning, Ta went to the village store. Other farmers were talking about the lights in the sky. Weather balloons, said one. Military tests, said another. Old Mr. Hand shook his head. I have lived 80 years. I have never seen lights move like that. Ta said nothing, but he agreed with Mr. Han. Something was not right. 3 nights later, a big storm hit the valley. Ta watched from his window as rain fell hard on his fields. Lightning flashed across the sky. Thunder shook the small house. Then, between lightning flashes, he saw something else, a small light coming down from the clouds. It wasn't lightning. It moved too slowly, too straight. Ta grabbed a raincoat and flashlight. Stay, Mong, he told the dog, who wanted to follow. The rain hit his face as he walked into the field. His flashlight showed water running between the rows of rice plants. The wind pushed against him. Then he saw it, a hole in his field where something had hit the ground. The mud around it was hot. Steam rose from the wet earth. In the center of the hole was a metal thing the size of his fist. It was not made of any metal Ta knew. It had small lights blinking on its surface. Part of it was spinning slowly. Ta knew he should not touch it. He took out his phone and took pictures. As he did, the thing made a soft sound and a small door opened on one side. A thin metal arm came out, took a sample of soil, and went back inside. You're not from here, Ta said to the object. And you're not a weather balloon. The thing suddenly shot a beam of blue light upward into the clouds. Then all its lights went out. Ta stood in the rain for a long time, looking at the dark sky where the light had gone. His years in the army had taught him to trust his feelings, and right now he felt that something big was coming, something that would change everything. 1 week after finding the strange object, Ta sat in his living room watching the news. His dog Mong lay at his feet. The TV showed large, round ships hovering over major cities around the world. They call themselves the Nok, said the excited reporter. They have come in peace from a star system many light years away. The camera showed tall, thin beings with blue-gray skin walking down a ramp from their ship. They had 4 arms and large, dark eyes. They wore shiny suits that seemed to glow slightly. Tad leaned forward, watching closely. The aliens moved in a very ordered way. They looked around carefully, seeming to study everything. Just like soldiers checking new ground, Ta said to himself. The president appeared on TV next, standing with the alien leader. "This is a great day for Earth," the president said. "The Nok bring us friendship and amazing technology." Todd wasn't so sure. He turned off the TV and went to his computer. He had saved the pictures of the small metal object from his field, but when he had gone back the next morning, it was gone. His phone rang. It was Du Yun, who worked at the village communications office. Before that, she had worked in military intelligence, like Ta. "Are you watching this?" Du Yun asked. "Yes," said Ta. "What do you think?" "I think they sent scout devices before they came," she said. "Like the one you found." "I agree," said Ta. "And I don't think they're just here to be friends." The next day, Ta went to the village. Everyone was talking about the aliens. The village had set up a big screen in the town square to show news about the Nuk. "They've offered to help us with farming technology," said Sung, a farmer who owned the land next to Ta's. Sung always bought the newest machines and tools. "They say they can double our crops." "Why would beings from another star care about our farms?" Ta asked. Sung laughed. "Always suspicious, Ta. Not everyone is an enemy." Over the next month, the Nuk ships appeared everywhere. They set up bases in different countries. They showed people their technology. Everyone was excited. Ta watched the news each night. He noticed something strange. The Nuk were visiting farms and food storage places more than cities or factories. They seemed very interested in Earth's plants and animals. One evening, Ta was checking his fields when a large shadow passed overhead. He looked up to see a Nuk ship moving slowly across the valley. It was using some kind of scan, a green light that moved over the fields. Ta hid behind a tree and watched. The ship spent a long time scanning the farms in the valley. Then it moved on. That night, Ta met Du Yun at her office. She had also noticed strange things. "They're mapping all our food sources," she said. She showed Ta her computer. "I've been tracking their ships. They go to farms, fisheries, grain storage, water sources, not tourist spots or cities." Ta asked. "No," said Du Yun. "Just food." Tai thought about this. "In the army, we learned that if you want to control people, you control their food." Du Yun nodded. "I've been trying to tell people, but everyone thinks I'm just being negative. The Nok have given some farmers new seeds. The plants grow twice as fast." "Some got some," Ta said. "He's very proud of it." "Have you noticed that no one has been inside a Nok ship?" Du Yun asked. "They come out to meet us, but they don't let us in." "Like they're hiding something," Ta said. As they talked, the TV in Du Yun's office showed more news about the aliens. The reporter was saying how the Nok had helped cure some diseases and improved crop growth. Ta looked at Du Yun. "I'm going to get ready," he said. "Ready for what?" she asked. "For when they show us who they really are," Ta answered. "I don't think we'll have to wait long." On his way home, Ta looked up at the stars. More Nuk ships had arrived each week. Now they were always in the sky, day and night. "What do you really want?" Ta asked the ships above, but they gave no answer. 3 months after the Nuk arrived, Ta woke early. The sun had not yet risen. Something felt wrong. Even Mong seemed nervous, pacing by the door instead of sleeping. Tai turned on his radio. There was only static. He tried his phone. No signal. His computer wouldn't connect to the internet. "It's starting," he said to Mong. Years ago, after leaving the army, Ta had built a small bunker under his barn. He had stocked it with food, water, and supplies. His army friends had laughed at him. Now he was glad he had it. Tai quickly packed a bag with clothes, tools, and his old army knife. He filled bottles with water and grabbed some food. Mong followed him as he walked to the barn. Then Tai heard it, a deep, humming sound that made the air vibrate. He looked up. Dozens of Nuk ships were moving across the sky. They were much larger than before, and they were not hiding now. Green light shot down from the ships. Where the light touched, plants withered and died. Smaller ships flew low, sucking up the dead plants with huge tubes. Some ships landed in fields. Tall aliens in armor came out, carrying weapons. "They're harvesting," Ta said. "Not just our crops, all our plants." In the distance, he heard screams from the village. Smoke rose from several farms. Tai opened the hidden door to his bunker and sent Mong inside. As he was about to follow, he heard a sound. A farm truck was racing down the road toward his house. It was Jin, his neighbor, with his daughter Ha. The truck skidded to a stop. Jin and He jumped out, looking terrified. "The aliens," Jin shouted. "They're attacking everyone. They took Sung and other farmers." "Come with me," Ta said, leading them to the bunker. Quickly. Once inside, Ta locked the heavy door. The bunker was small but strong, with thick concrete walls. It had beds, supplies, and an old radio that didn't need the internet. "Why are they doing this?" He asked. She was 20, a student who studied plants. "They want our food," Ta said. "Not to eat it, to take it. Earth has many types of plants and animals. Maybe that's rare in space." Jin looked shocked. "But they said they were peaceful." "They lied," Ta said simply. For 3 days, they stayed in the bunker. Ta used the radio to try to contact others. Finally, he heard Du Yun's voice. "Ta, are you there? Can you hear me?" "I'm here," Ta said. "With Jin and Ha." "What's happening?" "It's bad," Du Yun said. "The Nok attacked everywhere at once. They hit all major cities with some kind of energy weapon. Most technology doesn't work now." "What about the army?" Tai asked. "Gone," Du Yun said. "Their weapons turned off when the Nok used some kind of energy pulse. The aliens are rounding up farmers and people who know about plants. They're taking all our crops and seed storage." "Where are you?" Tai asked. "Hiding in the old communications building," she said. "I found an old radio like yours. Listen, I learned something important. The aliens can track people who have modern tech implants. Almost everyone had these implants now. Small chips under the skin that connected to phones and computers. But Tai and many older farmers never got them. That's why they haven't found us," Ta said. "We're invisible to them." That night, Ta went out to look around. The valley was changed. Fields were stripped bare. Some houses were burned. The Nok ships continued to move across the sky, but fewer now. At the edge of his property, Tai saw something that made him stop. 3 aliens were chasing a man. They caught him and scanned him with a device. "Food knowledge detected," one alien said in a flat voice. "Take for extraction." Tai stayed hidden until they left. Then he returned to the bunker. "We need to fight back," he told Jin and Ha. "And I think I know how to start." He took out his old army bag and opened it on the table. Inside were things he hadn't used in 15 years. "You were just a farmer," Jin said, surprise. "I still am," Ta said, "but I was other things before that." A week after the attack, Ta's bunker was home to 5 people. Du Yun had joined them, bringing with her an old doctor named Young. They had escaped the village when the Nok took most of the people. "They want our farming knowledge," Du Yun explained. "They're putting people in their ships and taking information from their minds." Ta nodded. "Then we need to save as many people as we can." The bunker was small for 5 people, but Ta had made it bigger by digging more rooms. They had food, water, and old tools. Ta turned the main room into a planning center. "I found something important," He said one morning. She had been studying a piece of alien technology they had found. "The Nok use a special radio signal to talk to each other. Their helmets get the signal." "Can we hear it?" Tai asked. "Better," said Ha with a smile. "We can send our own signal. And I think it hurts them." That night, they tested her idea. Du Yun had built a simple radio sender from old parts. Ta and Jin went out and hid near a place where Nok soldiers often walked. When 3 aliens came close, Du Yun sent the signal. The effect was immediate. The Nock grabbed their helmets and fell to their knees. They couldn't move. "It works," Jin whispered. Ta moved quickly. He had made weapons from farm tools, a sharp blade from a plow, a heavy hammer from a tractor part. But he didn't need them. The aliens were helpless. They took the aliens' weapons and equipment and ran back to the bunker. "Now we can fight," Ta said. The next day, a woman named Sue found their bunker. She had been a police officer before the attack. She was strong and knew how to fight. "I've been hiding in the woods," she said. "The aliens are taking all the food and plants. They have big ships that take everything." Ta showed everyone the alien weapons they had taken. "We need to learn how to use these," he said. "And we need a plan." That night, Ta drew a map of the valley. He marked where the aliens had bases and where their ships landed. "We start small," he said. "We hit them where they don't expect. We take their weapons. We free our people." "But we're just farmers and villagers," Jin said, looking worried. Tai smiled. "A farmer knows the land better than anyone. A farmer knows how to wait for the right time. A farmer knows that small seeds grow into strong plants." For the next week, they trained and planned. Tai taught them what he knew from the army: how to move quietly, how to set traps, how to fight as a team. Hai and Du Yun worked on the radio signal, making it stronger. Young, the doctor, found that soil from Ta's farm made the Nock sick when it touched their skin. "Their suits protect them," Young said. "But if we can break the suits, the soil gets in." Sue trained everyone to use simple weapons. "You don't need alien guns," she said. "A rock can kill if you throw it right." Then came the day of their first real attack. A Nock ship had landed near the village to take more plants. 10 aliens were working outside the ship. Tad led his small team through the fields. They set up Du Yun's radio sender and waited. "Now," Ta said. The signal went out. The aliens grabbed their helmets and fell. Tai and his team moved fast. They threw bags of soil at the aliens, breaking their suits. They took their weapons. They freed 3 farmers who were being held in a cage. It was over in minutes. The ship left, missing half its crew. That night, back in the bunker, they celebrated their first victory. It was small, but it was just the beginning. "We need to tell others how to fight," Ta said. "There must be more people like us, hiding and afraid." "How?" asked Jin. "There's no phones or internet." Todd pointed to the old radio. "We use this. We send a message to anyone who can hear. We tell them, the Nock can be beaten." "By farmers?" Sue asked with a small smile. "Yes," said Ta. "By farmers. Because that's who we are." And the aliens didn't expect that. 1 month after their first victory, Tai sat in the bunker with Du Yun. She had built a stronger radio from parts they had taken from the aliens. Every night, they sent out the same message. "This is the farm resistance. The Nock can be beaten. If you can hear us, respond." For weeks, there was only static. Then one night, a voice answered. "This is Park. I hear you. We are hiding in the mountains. Tell us how to fight." Ta smiled at Du Yun. "We are not alone," he said. Soon, they heard from more groups. Some were small, just a few people. Others had dozens. All were hiding from the Nock, afraid but wanting to fight back. Tai sent them instructions: how to make the radio signal that hurt the Nock, how to use soil against their suits, how to set traps and ambushes. "The aliens rely too much on their technology," Ta told the others. "They don't expect simple weapons or tricks." Ha had made another discovery. She had been studying soil samples and found certain bacteria that made the Nock very sick. "It's in the dirt of this valley," she explained. "The bacteria is harmless to humans but attacks the Nock's skin. I can grow more of it." Ta had an idea. "Can we put it in water? In the rain?" Ha nodded. "Yes, if we put it in the irrigation systems, it will spread everywhere." Their next attack targeted a larger Nock base. This time, they were not alone. 3 other resistance groups joined them. 20 humans against 30 Nok. The plan was simple. Su led one group to create a distraction. Jin and Young led another to free captured farmers. Tai, Du Yun, and Hai would break the base's water system and add Ha's bacteria. The attack began at night. Su's group set fires at the edge of the base. When the Nok went to put them out, Jin's group broke into the holding area and freed the prisoners. Tai, Du Yun, and Ha reached the water tanks. Hai poured in her bacteria mixture. "Now we wait," she said. Within days, Nok soldiers started getting sick. Their ships had to leave. The base was abandoned. Word of the victory spread through the radio network. More people joined the resistance. Tai's name became known. The farmer general, they called him. One day, a man named Jun arrived at the bunker. He had been in the capital city when the attack started. "Most cities are under Nok control," he said. "They have big harvesting machines taking all plants and crops. People are starving." "What about the government? The army?" Tai asked. "Gone," said Jun. "The Nok destroyed them first. But there are soldiers hiding, like us. They have weapons but no plan." Tai thought for a moment. "Can you take me to them?" Jun nodded. "It's dangerous. We'd have to travel far." "We need them," Ta said. "And they need us." The next day, Tai prepared to leave. He gave instructions to the others. Du Yun, keep the radio network growing. Su, train more fighters. Ha, make more of your bacteria weapon. Jin and Young, build more bunkers like this one. "How long will you be gone?" Du Yun asked. "As long as it takes," Ta said. "We need an army, not just a resistance." Before he left, Ta stood in his fields. The Nok had taken most plants, but new ones were starting to grow. Life was coming back. Mong came to his side, as always. Ta patted his dog's head. "We're not just fighting for ourselves," he told Mong. "We're fighting for this, for the land." As Tai and Jun prepared to leave, the radio crackled with messages from other resistance groups. There were now dozens across the country, all following Ta's methods. "You've started something big," Jun said. "They're calling you a hero." Ta shook his head. "I'm just a farmer," he said. "But maybe that's what Earth needs right now." He looked back at his friends, his farm, and the valley he had known all his life. Then he turned and walked away, toward the mountains and the future of the resistance. The Nok had not expected humans to fight back. They thought their technology would make victory easy. Now they were angry. "Find the ones who resist," ordered Commander Vex, the new leader of the Nok forces on Earth. "Find them and destroy them." Vex was different from other Nok. He studied humans. He learned their history. He saw that humans had fought many wars among themselves. They knew how to fight even when they seemed beaten. "These humans use simple tricks," Vex told his soldiers. "They hide and strike quickly. They use the land against us." In Ta's valley, the resistance kept growing. While Tai was away looking for the army, Du Yun led the fighters. They attacked Nok ships and freed more farmers. Each victory made them stronger. But Vex was watching. He sent spy drones that looked like Earth birds. He listened to the human radio signals, and he found a human who would help him. It was Sung, Ta's neighbor. The Nok had captured him on the first day. Now he worked for them to save himself. "I know where they hide," Sung told Vex. "I know how they fight." Vex smiled, showing sharp teeth. "Show me." One night, as the resistance fighters slept in the bunker, they heard a loud sound above them. The ceiling shook. Dust fell. "We've been found," shouted Su, grabbing her weapons. Du Yun ran to the radio. "Everyone out. Use the escape tunnel." The Nok were digging down from above. Their machines cut through the earth. Soon, they would reach the bunker. Young, the old doctor, pushed a button on the wall. A hidden door opened, showing a narrow tunnel. "Go," he shouted to the others. "I will slow them down." "We can't leave you," Ha cried. Young smiled. I am old. You are the future. Go now. As the others escaped through the tunnel, Young stayed. He set charges around the bunker, explosives that Ta had hidden years ago. He waited until he heard the knock break through. Then he pushed the button. The explosion collapsed the bunker and the ground above it. Many Nok soldiers died, including Sung the traitor. Yum died too, saving his friends. Du Yun led the survivors to one of their backup hiding places. It was an old storage cave in the hills. We need to warn Ta, Jin said. They'd found us once. They can find us again. Du Yun tried the radio, but it didn't work. The Nok were blocking the signals now. Miles away, Tai and Jung were captured by a Nok patrol. They were put in a transport ship with other prisoners. The ship would take them to a big harvesting center where the Nok took the knowledge from human minds. Tai was in trouble, but he wasn't afraid. He watched the Nok, learning their ways. He saw how they relied on computers for everything. They couldn't even open doors without their devices. When one guard came to check on the prisoners, Tai was ready. He had made a small weapon from a piece of metal he found. When the guard came close, Ta struck fast. He damaged the guard's helmet, making the radio stop working. The confused guard couldn't call for help. Ta took his weapon and freed the other prisoners. They took control of the transport ship. Can anyone fly this? Tai asked. A young man stepped forward. I played Nok ship video games before the invasion. The controls looked similar. It wasn't much, but it was their only chance. The man sat at the controls, and after some tries, made the ship change direction. As they flew, Ta looked through the ship's computer. He found maps of Nok bases and plans for their harvesting operation. There, he said, pointing to a large base on the map. That's their main harvesting center. That's where they're taking all of Earth's plants and seeds. What can we do about it? June asked. We're just a few people. Ta looked at him. We're going to destroy it. But first, we need to get back to my valley. We need the resistance. What Ta didn't know was that the resistance was now in hiding, scattered and running from Vex's forces, and Vex was hunting them all. Ta stood on a hill overlooking his valley. The stolen Nok ship was hidden in trees behind him. What he saw below made his heart hurt. His farm was gone. The village was destroyed. Nok soldiers were everywhere. We're too late, Jun said, standing beside him. No, Ta said firmly. We need to find Du Yun and the others. They would have escape plans. For 3 days, Ta and the freed prisoners searched carefully. They used bird calls to signal, something the Nok wouldn't understand. On the 3rd day, they heard an answer. Su found them first. She led them to a cave where Jin and Ha were hiding. Where is Du Yun? Tai asked. Taken, Su said sadly. The Nok caught her when we were running. And Young. Her voice broke. I know, Ta said. He saved you. Tai told them about the Nok's main harvesting center. He showed them pictures from the ship's computer. That's where they're taking everything, he explained. All Earth's plants, seeds, and farming knowledge. If we destroy it, we hurt their whole operation. But how? Jin asked. We're just a few people now. Ta smiled. No, we're not. We have a ship. We can travel fast and safely. We can find others who are fighting. For the next 2 weeks, that's what they did. They flew the ship at night, finding resistance groups all over the country. Ta brought them together, gave them a plan. Each group has different skills, Ta told them. Farmers know the land and plants. City people know technology. Soldiers know fighting. We need all of you. A man named Han, who had been a school teacher, said, The Nok block our radio signals now. How can we coordinate? Tai turned to Ha. She had been working on a new idea. We can use the old farming songs, she said. The ones farmers sang in the fields for hundreds of years. The Nok don't know them. It was brilliant. The songs had patterns that could be used as code. One verse meant attack. Another meant retreat. The Nok wouldn't understand even if they heard. As the resistance groups trained together, Tai made another important trip. June took him to a mountain base where soldiers were hiding. The base commander, General Lee, was surprised to meet Ta. "You're the farmer everyone talks about," he asked. "The one leading the resistance." "I just started it," Ta said modestly. "Everyone is fighting in their own way." General Lee showed Ta their weapons. They had saved some that the Nok couldn't disable. "We have guns and bombs," the general said, "but we can't get close to Nok bases. Their sensors detect our technology." "That's why you need us," Ta said. "Farmers don't have much technology. The Nok don't see us coming." Together, they made a plan to attack the main harvesting center. Farmers would get close using simple tools and carts. Soldiers would provide weapons. City people would hack the Nok computers. As they prepared, Ta got surprising news. Du Yun was alive. She had escaped from the Nok and made her way to another resistance group. When she reached Ta's camp, everyone cheered. Du Yun hugged Ta tightly. "I thought I'd never see you again," she said. "What did you learn while captured?" Ta asked. Du Yun's face became serious. "The Nok are taking everything to their ships. They plan to leave soon with all our plants and seeds. They want to grow them on other planets." "Then we need to hurry," Ta said. That night, Ta spoke to all the resistance fighters. There were hundreds now from all parts of the country. "Tomorrow, we attack their center," he said. "It won't be easy, but remember, we're not just fighting for ourselves. We're fighting for Earth, for all its life." He looked at the faces watching him: farmers, teachers, doctors, soldiers, young and old. "The Nok think humans are weak because we live close to the land," Ta continued. "But that's our strength. We understand the Earth in ways they never will." As the people cheered, Tai turned to look at the stars. Somewhere up there, the Nok leaders were waiting for their great harvest. "They'll get a surprise instead," Ta whispered.